Wire yenda amarwaire y'abasacha n'abakungu gatiya yandamange igobako igora hakira rituko rya Jumatatu goika Ijumaa chinsebere chamambya goika chinse 11 cy'amagoroba batarere imiyomo cy'obusongo asamagacho urutawaz rirongo lya gatatu gosoba kiresi migotera senamba 0700 322 gose 0736 729 264. School Clinic. Focus on your health.
Eye Nkisi TV amandegere y'umuguzi.
Right, MMB engia announce ya soro mwanchomo rigererio Kisi TV. Good morning, karibu sana ase ensemo ya kabere na inde yo mweri abwasto mugeni itaberega kunyara gwikirana ase studio MMB ya lero negati ari turachikunyara gukwanira no mugiro orachikunyara gukorekana ritko lya lero. Muliona timetable ilisema asubuhi wana candlelight for the 60 who died, then later they'll go eat lunch in parliament, and then the afternoon they'll march to State House, and then jioni they'll and blah blah blah. You know, the youths wameamua and they are not backing down anytime soon. Good morning, karibu sana somorobero bwenyoni. Yes, matukarachire
Patriendo all in all, era li kiritukulia rero.
Talibo.
Na kirimbio mano, aso wanchika uja se studio jino rero. Asemambia rero.
Yes, that is beautiful. Mukwanyo mugusi mwenyoli erietali yao asekwaru abantu mbya bare tutoranyara guchaka ko twarenga mbete mambia rero.
Okay, usiba mndobons bibuli murasa nsema ya Kenya na buli murasa nsema ya diaspora na bakwaniria semambia rero. Kubatumira amayiga mange sana. Tiganya saba lenda asemole. Marieta nengolo chini ya Justus Mochoge. Seitumbuge tutu wa chache. Seitumbuge tutu wa chache. So nabatakiri owategera okuya.
All right. Yes. Wow, karibu sana entobeto kunyara gutwara engambo yito emambia rero. Litkoria rero rie Jumatano ye chitariki 25. A day like this 1 year ago, abasaemba imbogete bakaamua kurubikana imeyo mucho Nairobi. Bakateba rero bakatusoe asamagacho abunge. Abasaya bange bagasira kali bake asamagoko y'abanyanyimbo. Ekibaringi kulera ne finance bill. But yesterday namuroche Kimani Chungwa kakoteba muka protest December tukapitisha budget silently, na this year tumeipitisha, clauses tumetoa ni 3 tu, the rest zimepita. He's telling us yes kidole sambusa. Are you supporting amandamano ya Yabasai imenzi ya Kenya?
Number one, onye Kimani Ichung'wah, the leader of the majority in the parliament, otebe tebuna ukwana. Number one, ubuno busoko banene, ubuno bwerori, ubuno wikaga, ubunene sana. Eko gara ense yose Kenya yaito does not belong to Kimani Ichung'wah alone. Two, Karachi already as the leader of the majority does not mean that we cancel our Kenya. He has to do exactly what the Kenyans want. Wanyaba Kenya wakanete finance bill, wakamana kwenye etia, it does not mean our Kenya mbaroji. Our Kenya mbaroji kagendrede, maybe they kept quiet because abantu nabanga waitetwe nga kiyo. So, naende, our Kenya wa minded and was a queer and back to the streets, they will kill more. because the current administration doesn't care how many people die. So even if they die 10 million, so long as they remain in power, so we're happy about it. Uno dictator, democracy, with the wishes of the majority. Don't try to impose your decisions on the people. Therefore, my own history comes out of Mandamano. My own history comes out of activism from the days, University early days, until the secondary preparation. Therefore, you don't have everything was supported the current Mandamano. That generation, when I was at that age, I was born in the streets.
Wow.
My name, I earned my name through the streets. So for that generation, it is their time to do the same if the situation has not changed. Unfortunately, the situation has changed for the worse from the way to hearing in the kito. Yes.
Well, ekere tukunyara kurigereria ensemeiga ya magazeti emambi ya lero ni kontekitu chake na gazeti yiga ya The Daily Nation. Allow me begging this way. Daily Nation noerega bakutebanga echoes of June 25th. The ones we lost. Chibichi chabo no chibekirega enamba yabasai no chibakaba nabake. You remember mwana naro alipa masasinane and the president said he's alive.
Wrong guy.
Yeah, and I don't know what happens with the current regime, especially the president. And we are not just talking about this 60. Abana mebeli ya basubati nero ya tokite mkuru kwa jenga ibekire chibuli and many more. And wakurigere ligiga si gazeti ye amarieta na bekirega around 60 names.
63.
Yes. Abekirega abose page ya kabere, page ya gatatu, page ya kane, page ya gatano, page ya gatano alimo, page ya gatano na kabere no bakukwanira igoro yabaiga merongitano. And there is no old guy here. They are just young youths, the future kids of tomorrow who are to change, to bring change in the country. Na huwa baba very bakunyara kurara abande directly in the hands of the police. Abande stray bullets chikanyara kubachi kunyara kuira malimamo. This goes to when did police start using live bullets, especially on youths, what they just placards, spoons and water bottles.
When the police went rogue, when it changed from being the police service into a police force, when they changed, actually when they became thugs in uniform. And this time it started somewhere around 2017, 2018, when some of us were in the opposition, and then the police went rogue under the administration, the former president Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
And then it has been perfected and it has become worse. Very in Bimbono, I think that the administration your President William Ruto.
Yes.
And from the look of things, I want to carry from the president to the minister very in charge. It seems as if very likely cover more worse. As if not, because there is no time. Mandamano taria na cover since I started here Mandamano in Gaki university days under Moi.
When you were singing your
that's the last days of Moi, because that was almost the last year ye campaign ya Kibaki Kararo Soime Ekaro Moi Yakobo. Even during the 10 years Chamia under the Matpatism and even earlier and the rest, we never had such type of killing.
Yes.
And more especially killing which does not, yani the government is serikali ita committee, yani rojo na wana bakweve, it is almost a normal thing.
Wow.
It looks just a normal thing to the government. In fact, they don't even care how many die. So long as if you tickle them and you cover na asa mwikaransi teteliwia usigenti kimwakorete yesterday ngelikia you are actually earmarked for elimination. So this is our government. There it is. Our Kenya should be able to study it so hard. For Kenya, they should be able to see it and look forward to 2027. Even though 2027 seems to be so far, it is far. 2 years is not an easy thing. And if for the last another 2 years we have lost more than 200 people, under this critical period ya campaign, you expect to lose about another 1,000 people. So before we go to the next 2027, I think we parents will have to bury our sons and daughters. Yeah. It's quite unfortunate, like it looks, we're gonna bury our sons and daughters.
Wow. Unegati ye chiroboti togopokea no mwichano munene singin tutali gento gyoko kiranga ntochikunyara ko tindeka abana baito singencho yo bwene bakuriya serikali egento gya kabere kere tokwanira abanyanyimbo apart from rero gutumia live bullets ekranje muna maite abaringe kwe rubber bullets. The rubber bullets echiga, there were instructions: shoot the leg.
Well,
but say they shoot the head.
Na hotevi na rasivali watotegerete. The police manuals, the instructions how they need to operate, the operations manual of police, they don't matter anymore. Yes. Kwa rochi, we have already lost quite a number of our navake. Paka yesterday in Kwa rochi, people are still being abducted.
Yes.
Maisonde. Kwa romanari, the so-called rubber bullets.
Yes.
Aikwa
rubber bullet, it was a live bullet.
Whatever it was, they said it was a rubber bullet. They shot him. He's still fighting for his life. He is fighting for his life. Now, wait after before that. And then you had the president yesterday say he supports the police. And you should not joke with the police. What does that? A king community.
Yes.
A community now is living the Wagara.
You support it.
He supports what the police are doing. So if the commander-in-chief of the Kenyan Defense Forces or tell me a section of the forces that in Buyabari, so where are we? Then where are we? Well,
the warmongers, as a gazeti ya Igoro, I want us to look at iyo gazeti. Bacha batebanga, some of President William Ruto's allies have sent a chilling warning to Gen Z, civil society, activists and opposition politicians planning to take part in the countrywide protest today on June 25th, 2025. Historic invasion of parliament, that they may not return to their homes. These regrettable statements, apart from stoking public anger, depict state officials who are insensitive to the plight of Kenyans who lost their loved ones in the deadly demos, against punitive taxes and government excesses, and risking plunging the country into anarchy. David Ndii anasema hivi, is the chairperson to President William Ruto's economic advisor. Anasema wewe tokea, you just turn up. And say your goodbyes before you leave home, just in case you catch a stray. William Kamket, I hear there are people planning to cause violence like last time. They cried of the mayhem caused by the goons brought last week. Let them try today, and they will know they are forgotten. Silvanus Osoro, Majority Party Whip. Last week, you incited the youth, and we are aware there are plans to do the same in the name of Junta anniversary. We will tell you that this time, it will not be business as usual.
Yes. As on the ones, the only person I'm surprised is Deputy Lee, because Deputy Lee was the creation of the civil society. These demonstrations and the rest all his life. So that in a record, once one acquires power, they become drunk. Wautinda kuweza kwa ile power. Therefore, we never can be surprised. Kamket literally he's been taken to court several times in terms of
the protests going on.
Bandits, cattle rustling. Of course, yeah. I think you think that is a government sanctioned bandits. According to me, that's a government sanctioned because there is nowhere as abantu bakwiba cyombe barasinya serikali. It's not possible. So, I am not surprised. But the only thing that in Kenya, Mount Tagon threatened because of violence, so that you kill it, we cancel so that it tramples upon your rights. The only thing I can tell Sylvan Sosoro, come get people, time is coming.
I saw even Chief of Staff, Kosgei, akisema, if I had a sword, leave alone abductions. Imagine.
I don't know. That's the administration. The only thing I will tell them, no matter how many Kenyans they kill, they'll never kill all Kenyans. No matter what amount of fear they instill on Kenyans, there will come a time. Anywhere throughout the world, we are permanent. So what I'm simply telling them, they do that. They have a Kenya, they have the young generation, they have the politicians, but they are not God. Their time is coming. There will be payback. Time is coming. So let them be careful. What you do to me today is exactly what will be done to you tomorrow. If it is not done to you, it will be done to your child.
Ase gazeti ya The Standard ye mambia lero bagotebanga aluta continua. A nation bleeds. What began as a cry against the tax has erupted into country's deadliest protest wave in decades. From brutal killing of 29-year-old Rex Masai to the execution-style shooting of a 12-year-old Kennedy Onyango. Police turned guns on unarmed youth, demanding justice, dignity, and a future. Over 60 confirmed dead, hundreds injured, dozens disappeared. And still, not a single officer has been held to account. A year later, promises remain hollow. Grief festers, and Gen Z involvement stands as a defiant indictment of a regime that met courage with bullets and silence with lies. Peji ya kabiri, peji ya gatatu, peji ya kane, peji ya gatano, peji ya gatano, limo gatano, kabiri gatano, gatatu, kianda, ikomi. Chibi cheche basai au, njibe kire gaiga. Ase igazeti ya The Standard. Ya ikeire mpaka the last 2 weeks obirito kunyara kukwani regoro yo masayo yo baseni Talbot Ojwang arose tu somo nyumba gakuragira emesa gakuragira na familia only to be killed in the hands of policemen. And still there is no justice that has been found.
And there will be no justice that have been found under this current regime.
But imagine we are heading to a point twarorira bemsiba kwa kwibiranya, twarorira kuogereru, omuraibinza kwa kwegekoroto, omujumbe, omubunge akoba shot in public to death, and many more. And then kwamenya kwa muraibinze akokwa naiga director tubekira ngo chinkwana cyo muraibinze yakene muske William Samuel Ruto kiraringe gukwana litko ria Jumaine ngakugikiria okurobekana kweli litko ria lero. And remember the youths walisema as we want to remember when walikufa last year, but the threats wamerushiwa si 1+1 echigane chinkwana cyo muraibinze.
Find our nation as a great sporting nation globally, and the place where that great sporting talent is nurtured is our Kenya police, then this becomes a very significant mourning that we are meeting here, not just as the Kenya police family and the huge contribution you are making to sports in Kenya, from athletics through ball games and everything in between, including tug of war, as the Ajia said. So, and therefore it is significant that we are meeting here this morning so that we can appreciate what you are doing, what the contribution the Kenya Police Service is making, not just to the security of our nation, but also to our sports and being the greatest ambassadors of our nation. And therefore, I want to say, Bwana IG, to you as the commander of the Kenya Police and to your men and women, congratulations for what you're doing. I am very, very proud of the achievements and the contribution of the Kenya Police Service in securing the borders of our nation, keeping all our families, children, businesses safe, and now, beyond that, contributing to sports in our nation. I think you are playing your part as Kenyan citizens and also as patriotic citizens of our nation. In matter of sports, we did make a deliberate decision that because Kenya has demonstrated talent and expertise in sports, it is necessary for us as a nation to provide the necessary support in infrastructure and other support to make sure that our talents, our understanding is harnessed, not just for the benefit of the sportsmen and women, but for us as a nation as well.
It is important to note that unauthorized persons must refrain from accessing protected areas under the protected.
I've happened to stumble upon a certain song, I want to put it partly. Elio abantu bategerere before you tell us, have you ever seen a regime that started this way on the first term? In fact,
I was not there ngaki ya Kenyatta, lakini asingaki ya Moi when Moi took over. I was a secondary school student. I think I was in Form 1. And then I participated in the removal of Moi. I saw Kibaki come in, I saw Uhuru come in, But in most governments, first terms have always been very popular. Of course, they make mistakes here and there. Mistake inemeke bakomeki. Lakini umusani yono kurupa Dr. William Ruto. I think you were overboard.
All right.
The ideas just gone overboard. Yes.
Tusikize hiyo wimbo. By the way, and what she's saying is true, because last week I was talking justice for Ojuan, Albert Ojuan, then Oyagakwa Masasi. God Pesara Polisasi. It is not something we can be proud of. But over and over again. Does it show a better future? Does it mean 2027? Does it mean there is a change that is coming?
You see, interpretation could be different. Kenya has potential. As it were, we have what the potential to be the leader in Africa, to be an example in the world. And therefore, we can't lose hope. Our young generation, they lose hope. It is always a struggle. You can make Kenya better.
Yes.
And it will not be made better in a day. So it will continue. Almost 40 years is actually almost like copy-pasting the song Yavete sang some years back. That's part of being creative, creativity. Those are an artists. Now in we saw it, Ochong was taken away from lunch and never to return. So the next time he was coming back, it was just a corpse. Or the crowd of Kirango. You saw the other boy, you are as Boniface, it's just the same. But in the Korokina Ogambi Bororo, Kumia, therefore, the best Kenyans can do. No Kuboka Mambia. Tareshina Sava, 2027. August, in case Chikura Jiwe Jacobo.
In case
Chikura Jiwe Jacobo. The other day, one of the presidential advisors, my friend, Dr. Mangana, Yichipara, street in Moses Kuria, Karari treasurer Yasun, he told us that 2027 Chikura Mabaja Benchigo.
Reason being?
I simply say, from the way he looks at it, people will sit down, have consensus. If you don't have the consensus, if people don't agree with a consensus, Pasaku insists Kenya will never be there. This is a presidential advisor, Moses Kuli. 2 days ago, not even 2 or 3 days ago, on national TV, I think it was in Citizen, Yakoba interviewed by Chief Koinange. He simply told us naki 2020 iwondo na naligereri na abantu bandi bachande bakonokora campaign campaign chikura chitache ko 2027 na nanyeri will be a moment like the 2002 elections. People will sit down and simply agree who to be the head of state. If you don't agree, Kenya will not be there. So that's what I'm saying. That in case Chikura Chikovo, our Kenya Babu Kemambia, that's the best alternative. They will change Serekari. The alternative is worse.
Wow.
No,
they're coming out.
Why were a kindi out of the come out, meaning that these people are instilling fear. What my constitutional right, Yoko Hende Parawa demonstrate, was a big cat, was a present a petition. Like those kids about I took a petition in June 25th last year, but I took a petition to Parliament. Then you woman of the Una was okay, Ako quite to Irana. What are they telling us? So the constitution was a Sharia, is nothing to them.
Well, ogosoka kwa Fredo Kengo Matiani. Koroko ngaki wako irere kurwa baka kunyara woche me agusi which nende ngwete taro yende nero wiki wocha usi
Tindamanya, but last time Liriacha, I was part of the team. I was there. I was part of the team. Come welcome Koreansio go Kisi town. We support him. The only thing to roche, because they are taking positions, they are taking people, as much as the proper campaign itarachaka, lakini usakuli ligendo babo rigafika chao kwa korane timu yaya, na usakuli likarozo kwa korane timu chao, they are already ahead.
Yeah.
So nere asakuna wikaranza I really don't know the kind of secretariat matiengia wate usonyero wasiri bravivaro the political advisors tindava manya, but generally from the common point of view we support him and the korabon abagusiwe ito spiasa babita my support. Karombo Tara, Kenya, I've been to Western, I've been to Kitale, I'm in Nairobi. I hear Kiabantu natural, generally, among the presidential candidates, and the people seems to accept him. But Tirende, Karanza, because this is politics. People will not give you winner, and I watch you we give way. People have to fight for positions, and therefore, again, even in Kisi, Tinda Manya, I have suggested in a Algia Magaka, Unumuga Kongeri. Professor Ngeri, aliwaka Kombo, South in one of the former speaker, Kisi County Assembly, aliwaka na Baba Simba, aliwaka na Baba Buya, aliwaka Baba na Baba Manduku, South Mugirango, aliwaka na Baba Chimiangweni. And that kind of politician, all the politician, karansinse, advice, tebinaki, siasa yaya. Those should be advisors kurensema ya usi. Then he needs to look some good politicians. Bakuma kambania, also bakuma korele campaign. Well, I'll find he needs to sit down na Antona Babu, Mheshimiwa Nyonka January, Mheshimiwa Magara needs to be brought on board, Mheshimiwa Magara from South Mugirango. needs yung Mheshimiwa Tony. Tigara forget about the current members of parliament. Tigari quite a number. No, any china wakumbeko. In terms of politics, we are with the register political history. We can be able to advise from a correct campaign.
Yes.
So you need some 4 or 5 people who see wakumwa company to almost every campaign rally and outside Kisi. He can't be alone. Of course, he must get those friends outside. Lakini all in all, entongo tewon kilina ki iskoga iga wantu wansire kuimbulungani. Wansire corona tali serious. Wansire corona taiyo. Because it's now a week. Isaga ajete. Taiko tararega.
Well,
Gen Z ilie takire como support mbale nge kanisa masabo. It was not available. So the people like Kalonzo Musyoka and the team can easily take over. So if he did not associate himself with the Gen Z, propose, this is the time he needs to associate with them. He needs to give up a statement here, whatever now. We support you in your endeavors. So street show there should be restraint. These young people should come out and express feelings chavo wakwa never suggestions nanga yese koyenda we commemorate with the youth. So if you don't come out in such a period, you don't associate yourself with Ngakuni, Kalonzo, Eugene and the team will simply cut that day.
Ndete tegere chinkwana cha Jacob Bagaka uyuro muri kyo munene gwikiama kia UPA abwe sabete ga kunyara ugukwana igoro yetaro ya Efredo Kengo Matiangi na inde gucha soro ngura gusi abwe sabete ga kunyara gusaba abantu kogendera kumusira Matiangi ande mono kabwa teganga yo guchukunyara koligia ekerogo kyoburayi bwense kam 2027 chigene chinkwana chia
Samaleta Jacob Barongo Bagaka omo secretary general we chama ya UPA ntaete kuru kubolenga ba krembi yamo namba yamo aso kulisive Mheshimiwa Fred Matiangi kira bagako na wacha Kenya na bayo ko bolio mushimwe sisi twabeta togenda gutwara bomo ritukuri ichume Mheshimiwa Fred Kengo Matiangi na chama tanga alipo machoge na nabasabire mwensi togenda ko support ritukori gita 30 mbagenda Narok na abande bali as opposition parties tatako bolinga togenda ko support Mheshimiwa Matiangi abagusiba ite twabeta na Kenya onsingima na boigo wiki go cha Jumatatu na tebire batoke Narok na bali bonse bali opposition na Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua Kalonzo Musyoka na bali bonse bali nsemeyo ritukolia tare 1-2 mbatoka senseme ya Gusii igase keremo twen to batoko batumire latba ibara bago terena na ibara bago kona bananchi baito asenge njo kurwania serikali ya Birembe yobo kritimba ego chandoma Kenya buya muno togenda kwendera mnegesaku nyasaba
chinkwana chia Jacob Bagaka now abasaiba genzi niko babete baguchaka kuma propose Matiangi ekere they felt like they needed some firm leadership, not that he was a perfect leader, but chinse mchiria beta subrai kuchakire ICT abantu bakanganya guchi digital kuru analog ekera swachi sebe mangana yo samba chi skuru mangana yo kuiba kwa matemo mangana yo chi bus chi skuru kwa nyori baso kana walisimamisha chos chikaba yelo boni kwa nyori bus yelo kwa manyanga igane kasiango ya Matiangi ekera rengi interior security chisegi chigeti aboga buchinse mchabo cupcake alisimamisha like literally alinko bachi wikibero batebimba hete chi wikibere and he meant what he used to say. There was so much peace in the country. Yani, we weren't in this situation. Do you think if proposed to presidency, he'll still offer the same? Is that really what Kenyans need?
Fred, as a younger brother of mine, perform it well, and the Kenyans appreciate it.
Yes.
Our Kenyan appreciate it, we do appreciate. But the politics you manyete now. their vested interest. But from the look of things, nagekorekana tusakomwa asa kwego Wakenya basakomwa libagerio abagozukense mutu wake. But rende wikumenya balance na politics. Na politics yeye, unfortunately, our president we go kore campaign. It is politics.
Yes.
Togo sororo utakore siasa. Na siasa ini what vested interest no ina bantu mo kora siasa na barabo. So asa konyore kyo we expect na kolegasi. That's what we expect. Lakini ndio wiko kora siasa umana kovekero. So siasa ine rondoji to kwana. One for example, kwa ucho vitata opposition leaders usiga. Na recover gachite usiga last time he showed the entire country that yaba usimbara mone nere. Abantu bari bamuganye tisco. Gari guchakira opposition iyo kuruziko. Nari inche nari ku imagine osuno kurengera lipwane angare ko nyarose ne pati yaye na gawteba njubiri na gawteba njupie asoe akore rebranding yepati iyo agende isiko na herara okimasu chiaye amano cyo join na abantu opposition. Lakini bone kala ko abantu opposition batari de Kenya ngima batware their networks ne ramana waje wanza ko join na kia Wakenya para ko bamenya na wate maso yuko the president according to me I go from I will join the party after Wakenya. This is my party kunoga form na join Jubilee join na join UBA join akarenda the coalition party joins together kikumu support ya chance utwara separate meetings to show the difference. Ara unjukana nyansi yako agenda western agenda some parts of Rift Valley nanga wono bunali Nairobi nanga soere ma jikwerende chieste dikiricha Nairobi alikorrekana ne naro agenda coast maina bana siasa abandi bamwe abo ikipati jinde kiro opposition ne karo chikuriri cyaro na kweli na bwate maso yogo taro kole campaign Kenya bono ne karo to wikaransa hamo go combine forces konyara one presidential candidate. You will be able to convince your abande na mwarana atara mwarani mbate. I have people behind you. Lakini yosa wucho soimi na barago. Kira wasu jakwa unege interior kare serikali ya very reformed. Yes, I can tell you. I've been in the politics for a long time. There is no way mwana siasa was, for example, Karonzo ara mnyoke Kenya ya aruane ndi momatevi na bono matiengyo chire motigere. There is no way out wa munyoro awo kora ebintaga kora centro nendo answer utwara networks Kenya waidi ikinga kiria mwairi amana kuba bate na bono matiengyo chire enjo ntigere. No. Politics they work that way.
There was a time paka tokachaka kuba worried did Uhuru Kenyatta go home with all the good CSs. Why? Because with this regime one almost how many reshuffles now? Cabinet.
I can't count. I am a politician.
And the more he reshuffles,
the more blunders he makes.
Yes.
Yeah, precisely.
At the same time, almost every department is failing. Let us be honest. Koru health, education, security.
Correct. All departments are failing. The only thing we are surviving by the grace of God.
What different thing do you feel if Matiang'i aisekopo moraibu and say arach kunyara will change? Because maybe he'll fumble too.
He will. He will not be 100% excellent because of vested interest. Ekeromonto kore campaign ya okoro sini manifesto.
Yes.
Go chole with some minimums. Otatevi ya education. Otatevi about political governance. Otatevi ya heritage. Otatevi jiseme jinde. To okora biyons pionyare. Tigendo kumukivivire vitoto and you run away with them.
Yes.
Yakabere in terms of governance, the kind of cabinet you pick, go back to State House, set objectives, irana answer korangiri 1 means at a time. After 1 week, 2 weeks, korora how far they are going. Upatigirite by implement what you people have discussed. I think chando to whatever no emenenepi. The implement of all government projects or policies, the president. They're just flower girls. Bariva abantu bonse babekiro mbago kora kende batararigeri maiga kubuli nagi mbiyana kora usimbiyeta keire. So that's why to what the war of them baigo kora kende because you ba wetena inkyo mukubwa goteba. So so President Yakoli Risabo OCP, nothing seems to be working. I think now Kenyans need to do Risabo.
Well, kwarigererio kurubikana na ritkuria rero kurubikana nkororo kwa basai ba Gen Z despite all the threats. We should really start following live tobeto kunyara kurigereri what exactly is happening kurwasi ground ne birondo chebia bere bikonyara ke ko binyoka kegima na abasaya ba Gen Z na bo babete bakunyara kumusoki matiano na kwa bere gukunyara kubwati sana ebirero bya basaya baiga ba Gen Z no nekera bagwesokia sukurubikana. What kind of this leadership are they looking for? And are there chances chokonyora that kind of leadership? Number
one, they will. I strongly believe in upper side. They are looking for a firm leader.
Okay.
They are looking for a leader who will create employment opportunities. They are looking for a leader who provide opportunities to exploit their potential. Any field. When you call in the side of the arts, in the side of technology, you exploit your potential. They are looking for a leader, because most of these people are very innovative, by the way. I find it very strange that I did technology and electrical, but umwana bono iga utrai level na so mete, and they are also moving together. So they're quite innovative. We must accept it. Again, this generation is quite innovative. And they're doing quite a lot. So they need somebody. They need somebody who will give them a conducive environment so that they can exploit their potential. They want to look for a firm leader which can implement policies beneficial as a country. They need somebody to create employment opportunities. They need somebody who will respect the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. If we have a president who will respect and work by the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, if we have a president who will come up with the policies and the environment that will create a good environment to cover potential by exploiting their potential. I think that is the person the agencies will support. And that is the
so far as we are speaking about Kobogo Kiralero, Abanyanyimbo, they were busy. About Kobogo Kiralero.
Now State House imezingirwa tangu last night.
And Goko Ligeri Boniga, as we are speaking, as amajenga ya parliament wameweka hizi reservoirs zimewekwa juu so far because this is 7:50 in the morning. What time did they do all that, all the parliament building?
You see, you know, quite a number of people in Kenya are very innovative. So you don't be surprised that a woman a bill is around 700 million. So somebody ingabana wale bintevi mun kumenera ko dena to ke CCTV in all police station. They are not interested in CCTVs in all police station. They are looking at the tenders. Nigitende kiwagurigere na ki to kwarata teve ni CCTV to police station in forgetting that in one central police say area arenge yoga tijiti ko karagasi. So
All right. Now, it is only in Kenya where we give out our own policemen to go and protect Haiti, and the remaining, they kill their own people, the people they are supposed to protect.
Just a moment. Did we give our policemen to Haiti to help Haiti? This is business.
To help in bringing
No,
peace.
it's business. Some people must have been paid here and there.
Right.
So the only problem when the Americans stopped financing exercise here Haiti, because our boys and girls are outside there, that's why now we render back to our budget. You go here, the expenses, we are incurring the expenses you could our boys in Haiti. And at the same time, good management here whatever. So, yani, you do what you can afford. For example, ndo kuira wasikari ya Haiti na Kenya kati mana wata bandits watu itire kiri over. So we need to make sure our country is already safe. There is nothing like insecurity. Then after that we can now say that we are able to take our soldiers. Like for example, when our soldiers are outside in Somalia, in terms of defending this country, the soldiers are okay. So we can be able to afford to go into Somalia. We can be able to afford to quit our peacekeeping forces somewhere else. Yeah? Because we know our borders are safe. But if internally we are not safe, what is the purpose of taking our policemen and the women into Haiti? I don't find any justifiable reason.
Well, how do you think the protest movement will be remembered in Kenya's political history?
I think in number 2, it will be remembered that it actually brought changes into this country. 2, we shall also remember it to be bloody. It was bloody. And the only person who will be remembered for the bloody protest is mostly unfortunate is the President William Ruto. In fact, we'll have forgotten about him Moi totally. As much as Moi was brutal, he was not as brutal as my friend William Ruto. Yes. So we will remember him for killing those who stood up to challenge his leadership. Yes. And of course, it's not surprising, but he has never protested anywhere. During the days in university, he was a conformist. When he came out of university into politics, he was a conformist with Moi. From that time, he has always been a conformist. He came out to oppose the constitution. So that's expected. That's expected of him.
All right. And the mono ahead of the 25th protest. And wish me luck. I'm a youth too. I have to fight for justice. So I'll be there no matter how bad I feel. I'll be there.
What I'm telling the young people, never lose hope. For your country. Some of us are aging and we expect you to deliver this country to the next level. We did it. Our time, we fought single party. We fought we fought against the single party. We fought for the constitution. That was our time.
All right.
Your time, fight for better governance again, fight for the constitution to be respected, fight for the economic reparation of the young people. So that will be your. So if you fear that if you go to the then you are already dead. You will literally walk with over. Show your displeasure. But be careful. Cover in groups. So that
yes.
So go with them. Evidence. Anybody on the ways never no musgari uchuita omuntu usokora somuntu. I can almost assure you, time is coming when that person will stand in the dock. Nga kingo chere ekero omuntu oyo aje goterena usibweke gambero. It doesn't matter how many years it takes, whether it's 5 or 10, but time will come.
Right, ambia muno kegima omwancho mo rigererio KCTV aso kunyara gusangana into asomoro bere bwenyo ni rero ntwamba konyoro kidogo kuri ndingo sabo kwabera sayo ankyo ntabito kunyara kumera naso kunyara kogendra nengambe ito yo moroberio bwenyo nindo ke Joan Kwamboka imeye studio nigo naringe na engineer
Justus Mochoge.
Right, na bona director Mtonga Kenya nere twa batoko bwaterana nere kurwa sense maende ye studio aso kwene kibno muri yererio berega kunyara chibicha amona mari ugia senchera yobwekirano twaralit kurigia nyasayo yo kitoko nyara kumera na etaoni erende mesikia tusipatane na stray bullets. Guys, we'll come back home safe and strong. Asante.
Thank you.
Tangana intwe aso mutandao wetera Instagram amona Twitter @Kisii Television tonyore YouTube na Facebook Kisii TV twakere esimi wetera 0708386041 yanyore onsi ayatekire ime ya Kisii TV amandegere yomuguse. Kisii TV amandegere yumugusi. Eye Kisii TV amandegere yumugusi. Eye Kisii TV amandegere yumugusi.
Ine aino mwebuli kwabeire gwe kwebolia